Well, we're back. What can I say? It's just the gift that keeps on giving, man. Crazy times lately past the election and whatnot. Especially, dude, like people breaking down, all that stuff. It's been some funny reels. And you've seen the crypto markets booming. Like, man, World War is ending over here. Pretty wild. I'm just me chugging along with my IG reels. So let's pick up where we left off, shall we?
Papa! Me want huggies.
The king is tired.
But I got the zoomies.
Behave yourself.
Is this a real expression of love by any chance for anybody? I mean, they might have just, put this together for entertainment purposes, but I'm not even gonna lie, man. I gotta admit, in the past, I have also done some very, very cringy bullshit, so I will take accountability here. We're not all perfect, but to publicize this in this way, and I don't know, it's just in today's world, man, with the way everyone's sensitive and how anything goes, I would assume that this is a valid expression of love. I mean, look, if you're into it, cool. I'm not saying anything. I'm all good with it. No problem. You do your thing in the bedroom, have fun, but to put it out there like that, that's the part that makes me wonder, think that some of this stuff is maybe a little bit questionable.
Kitten. Listen to your master.
I'm not gonna lie, pet play is kind of hot. It can be fun, so. This is just cringe, though. It's like the most retarded version of 50 Shades of Grey, pretty much.
Papa is getting angry.
Check this out.
I said enough.
Yeah, that chest open got me.
Good. Learn to obey your alpha.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, that is peak cringe, man. I got not much more to say to that. Yeah, I'll pay for therapy. At this point, man, they could have a GoFundMe, and I think they would actually raise some good amount of money with that. Yeah, hey, good idea. So if you guys do that, you owe me money. Please do. I will drive their asses there. Yeah, I thank goodness. Sign me up. See, there you go. Hell yeah. If you're getting the cash, what can I say? I guess. To a degree. I don't know, man. It's very difficult these days. Morality and money making, the art of money getting. It's tough to draw the line sometimes. Now I understand why Instagram is blocked in my country. Man's VPNing it to this degeneracy, huh? Please bring back bullying. That's an interesting thought. I've seen this comment a lot, and with all the anti-bullying efforts, it's in its extreme, obviously it does suck. As a youth, I was bullied as well. I've seen how bad it can also, impact one's psyche. I vividly remember those times. They weren't fun. It really sucked. But it seems there might be some constructive element to it as well. Dies from cringe. Yeah, that's peak right there. That pretty much exemplifies what this whole thing is. Remember, guys, always wear a condom. Nah, real ones don't wear condoms, bro. You just know when to pull out. If they have kids, I hope their kids see this video and decide to take themselves to the orphanage. I should have just deleted this app. Yeah, this is actually like physically gross. It makes you physically cringe a little bit, just like bugs crawling underneath my skin, kind of cringe. Okay. Next. They look weirdly alike. The motherfucker looks a little bit like Tyler, the Creator, though. A little bit, maybe, lower on the chromosomal scale, if that's even a thing, but yeah. So the music's Indian. The guy is African, black, looks like, and she might be northeastern Indian though. So they're like Asian Indian melange. Interesting. Not only money matters, size matters too. Bye. How do you know what the stupid? Yeah, I guess, man. Why don't I die before I see this? It's not that bad. Come on, these people are exaggerating. Although, not too many likes. Not the most popular post. Cute couple, yeah. It's alright. Yeah, but that's not quite accurate here, buddy. Okay.
Introvert boys, I need you to lock in right now. Do you hear me? Lock in.
Lock in,
Be locked in,
boys.
soldier. Now listen to me very carefully. Good boy. Introvert boys, I need you to lock in right now. Do you hear me? Lock in.
Well, that's a scary freeze frame, but lock in, seriously. I mean, jokes apart, get it together, you know, some prime focus, visualize your goals, actually set your targets and really go for it. You got to put all this filth aside. Whatever you do, whenever you indulge in these kind of indulgences, by that I mean social media, women, anything, don't watch porn, seriously. But anytime you indulge in these kind of things, do it with absolute self-control and in a very controlled fashion. Don't overdo it. Locking in is worth it. I mean, she is an OnlyFans model. She obviously has her vested interest. She's trying to play your heart and play you as a simp, but the message is still true, just wrong messenger. Yeah, this gave me motivation more than months of watching David Goggins. I mean, jokes apart, a woman can really do that for you. You know, the right woman can push you past your limits as a man. It's a beautiful thing, really. Let's look at some of the replies here. My favorite comment ever. Oh, that's cute, man. He definitely got a raging hard on from that. That man says the most inadvertently gay shit, like how TF does a grown ass man not know how I want to get a bunch of men together, the hardest of the hard, and I want to be with these men is... Oh, I was talking about David Goggins. Yeah, look, I mean, as long as it moves people, it's adding something positive. I can't justify. No criticism is really justified, I think. It's already a difficult world these days with men. I think men are more isolated than ever. All of men's spaces have all but vanished. There's no real talking grounds for men to really be themselves. Add on top of that, things like men's abuse is more or less just laughed at and laughed away as humor to cope with the fact that it is real. Men's worries and concerns, they're just looked down on, and we can see how it's playing out is, for example, with like Trump's radical win, the red wave. Yeah, this is what happens when you just push more than a half portion of society, a very active, very important, and honestly the backbone of society as it has always been. Yeah, whatever ameliorates some of their sufferings. And this applies to pretty much everyone in any groups. Why not? Let it stand. It's already difficult enough as it is in this world, so I don't see the point of criticizing too much there. It says crucial to stay hard, but it's nice from time to time. Well, as he says, it's crucial to stay hard, but it's nice from time to time to find somebody to pat your head and call you a good boy. You know what's funny is I thought he's talking about raging hard on kind of hard, but yeah. Okay. Am I the only one upset this lock-in didn't have a purpose? Not sure what he's talking about. Keep scrolling then, King, not difficult. Yeah, you're right. I mean, just make it whatever you want it to be. Is that what you're complaining about? That she didn't tell you what you're supposed to do? You want to go wank? What kind of stupid comments, man. Okay. Man, she had a whole string of arguments up here. What the hell is this? Actually, the purpose was to call you a good boy. Aw, don't worry, beautiful. You did it right. Good girl. Pat, pat. I think she wants you grab your own. Bark louder. Absolutely furious because I locked in and was met with disappointment. Being called a good boy is disappointing. Yes, someone here. Bro ended her. Fair play, lad. Hey, props to you too. The 2 pics you chose to post. Okay. Not that interesting. So-called free thinkers when a girl calls them good boy. I mean, yeah, dude. A lot of this tough exterior masculinity stuff, I mean, either it's authentic or it's not. A lot of men do crumble and melt when a pretty girl comes in there and she sweeps you off your feet and she gives you her sweaty box and you're all up there licking it like a horny little dog, you know. But for the real ones that can look past that, have some control over external stimuli that impacts their life, have a solidified locus of control. Yeah, it's it's not a thing to resist. You got to figure that stuff out anyway. If it's part and parcel of any journey, of any man's journey to becoming a self-fulfilled man. People died to give women the right to work. You could be anything you want: an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, an MP, an actor, and this is what you choose. Yeah, it is. People died so women could have the freedom of choice. Hope this helps. That's an interesting bit. I've always wondered this. Is a prostitute or a ex-worker, for example, of equal important value as, let's say, a surgeon or a doctor? Is one inherently more disposable than the other? Interesting questions. I will provide my thoughts on this some other time, but I'm pretty sure it's fair to estimate where I lean towards in this matter. Yeah, she kind of is an actor, actually. Feminists promised us astronauts, scientists, engineers once we freed women from social expectations, and instead we got an entire generation of internet prostitutes. Never listen to their words, observe their actions. It's not just women, though. Look, our ancestors, they worked against some very difficult conditions. Here we are, basking in comfort and so on. Our biggest struggles are managing ourselves in the face of all this comfort, and that's our struggle today, is how to continue to be strong and resilient in the face of not as much objective threat. It's funny, you know? We're freer than ever in a sense. Most convenience the average man has ever had. Most opportunities in a lot of sense. We have the vast libraries of knowledge that the internet presents us. We have the ability to communicate with anybody across the world, and what is it that the majority of us choose to do, really? And this includes me as well. I'm nowhere near exempt. It's amazing. We choose to sit here and watch porn and consume movies passively like little bitches. It's very difficult to work through the day. Everybody's just discontent with who they are and their lives and the mediocrity in which they live, but there's no real transcendent pursuit. There's no fascination with all the beautiful ideas and artistry that we have access to now, all again made very accessible to us by the roads of the internet. Instead, we use it to amplify those more visceral, those more bestial elements of ourselves, and that's what we get caught up in, and that's where we stay lingering, and it's increasingly revealed to us our true nature. Rather, it's revealed to us how weak we are in the face of our base instincts. So yeah, and it's done the same for women, it's done the same for men. It's tragic across the board, really. This video is 2 hours long. Yeah. Thanks, mommy. Alright, thank you, mommy. Move on.